American of every background has been endowed by their Creator with the right to pursue happiness. And if that makes liberals unhappy, I'm going to continue to find ways to help poor people learn how to get a job, learn how to get a better job, and learn someday to own the job.
One of the few South Carolina Republicans who is neutral in the race. He has to be the Republican State Chairman, Chad Connelly.
Pleasure
Chad,
to meet
welcome.
you. Pleasure to see you again, John. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be here.
Well, proud to have you, sir. All right, tell me. We realize that as the party leader in the Palmetto State, you have to be neutral. How does the race look at this point?
Well, like I've been saying, I don't want to be anybody's strategist, but I've been saying for 10 days since the New Hampshire primary, don't count on any national narrative. It's been interesting to me, having talked to all the media, how a lot of them already have their story written. They kind of assumed a lot of things, and I said, look, this is the state that our great-great-great-grandfathers fired on the flag. We're fiercely independent. We're serious about this deal, and our primary voters expect to meet these candidates. So you've been seeing them run around the state and connecting with voters, getting to know them, doing all the barbecue huts and the meet and threes and the breakfast diners and all that stuff. It's going to be a tight race. There's not a good national narrative that fits in a box here. There's no question that Governor Romney came in with a head of steam and was doing well. He's run a very professional, just buttoned-down campaign, very few mistakes or anything. Then you look at Santorum and Gingrich. Santorum all of a sudden got a boost out of Iowa that he wasn't expecting, but he and Gingrich have got great ground teams out in place, a lot of grassroots activists. So I'm interested to see how that translates into votes on Saturday.
The other thing is that evangelical voters have been major players in this state and are much respected by the state Republican Party. How do you see the values voters and evangelical Christians coming down in this primary?
Yes, sir. Well, as one of them myself, I can tell you that we're engaged, fully engaged, and enthusiastic. I think it's a lot like just voters that maybe not fall into that category, and we want to beat Obama. Folks want to make sure Obama's out of there. We want to have the best candidate to go up against him. And I got to tell you, I can see friends from the social, the fiscal, and the military conservatives in all of the campaigns. Even when it was 6 campaigns, I could find people who helped me run for chairman last spring that had identified with and had an appeal for each of those 6 different campaigns. So when the media says we're fractured as a party or a Tea Party or the social conservatives, it's just not true. It's a primary race, and this is a typical way that it shakes out.
You don't see the Tea Party behind any one candidate, even though Governor Haley is a Romney backer through and through.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, some of them are with Governor Romney, some are with Speaker Gingrich, and some are with Senator Santorum, and obviously some of them are with Congressman Paul still. So they're all over the place. It kind of comes down to who they've met, who they've hung around, who they've gotten to know and related to.
Can I push you into predicting a 1-2 tomorrow night for anyone?
Well, you could probably try, but I'm a Clemson fan, and I thought my Tigers would do much better in the Orange Bowl. So I've shelved all the predictions. I do think it's going to be a lot closer than what you're hearing. The polls are a great picture of yesterday, not as good a picture today or tomorrow.
Spoken like a great son of South Carolina. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir, very much for having me.